Hey up and welcome to Matt's Mindful Meals. Thanks to those of you who've subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed, think about giving it a subscribe and give it a like when you've watched the video. So today we're in a place called Darnaway Forest and I'm going to go and cook a full English breakfast in the Scottish woods for my two Scottish friends. So we'll see how that goes. So it's a bit of a walk. So I'll get there, then I'll set up and I'll speak to you again. Ta-da! Big deep valley. It's about 100-foot drop. So we've arrived at a place we think we're going to use. I'll show you where I'm going to set up in a little while with the time lapse. But as you can see, you can be a million miles away from anywhere. But as I say, this is in Darnaway Forest. So welcome back. So you've seen me getting set up. So I'm on some rocks. There's some natural like seating area here, but we have bought some chairs. So Grant and Callum are having a nice sit down over there. So I'm going to start cooking. So I'll show you what I brought to cook with today. Obviously I've got my two fireboxes and my little TI Nano with the ingredients. Cute little egg holder. And inside here I've got some mushrooms, bacon and sausage, and a tin of beans. A bit controversial, but I think Branston baked beans are the best. A lot of people say Heinz, but I'm definitely a Branston man. So I'll get the fire lit, and then I'll chop the mushrooms up, and we can crack on. So we used this last time, so I'll take it out of the bag, put it to one side. So rough the end up a little bit. Here we go. I'm using the same fire lighters as last time, which is like shredded, I think it's pine, with a little bit of a wax coating. Oh, not a problem, I'll light it with that. There we go, so they're lit, done, simple. It's not so cold today, there's been a bit of snow on the way up. There's little bits lying around everywhere. But I think the temperature's probably about 3-4 degrees. So while that's going, I get the mushrooms chopped. I get the mushrooms cooked off in some butter. So what I'm doing today is what we traditionally call full English. I'm in Scotland, so you normally get a full Scottish up here, and the slight difference in Scotland is you'll get some haggis maybe, and you get a potato scone. It's not something really that you get in England, the potato scone or the haggis. Well, speaking about haggis, you notice I'm using two fireboxes and the Nano. Well, the next big video I'm going to do, this is why I'm practicing using more stoves than I would normally use is because I'm going to try and cook a burn supper out in the woods. And for that I'm going to need 3 full 5-inch fireboxes. So this is a little bit of a practice for that. But I won't tell you too much about that because it's going to be a special one. Anyway, so while that's going, I'll get this chopped up. So, get me a little saucepan. Pop them straight into that. I don't want them too small. So on these two, I'm going to be cooking sausage and bacon and then frying the eggs. One of the mushrooms has just gone into the river. So being as it's New Year, the New Year's resolution is I'm not drinking at the moment, so I've not had a drink since New Year. And I'm definitely going to keep that up for at least a month. And I've been eating more healthily through the week, but today this is a bit of a treat. And obviously you guys like watching me cook. Well, we're now up to over 300 subscribers, so it's coming nice. I think realistically I've been taking this serious now for about 2 months, I think. It was since English Woodsman and Oscar Outdoors came to visit and convinced me that yeah, I probably would be okay doing this. So that's who you've got to blame for watching me every Saturday or Sunday. So I need to chop a little bit of butter up to get it into the bottom of this pan, and then we'll get it on top of the mess burner. That should be enough, but I've got a bit left if it isn't. Drop my fire starter inside. Okay, that's looking good. Now, instead of using the sparking thing to light my mess, just dip it into the alcohol. That'll soon light up. And light your alcohol. Now, obviously everybody knows, I'd just like to remind you that you can't always see the alcohol burning. So you need to be careful with it. I'm going to put the simmer ring on this time because I don't want it to be at full heat. So I just want to do these gently while everything else is going on. So get the button to the bottom of the pan. Aim it more towards them. So these are coming along nice. So I'll just have to wait for a few minutes until this dies down a bit. So what I'll do, I'll bring you back. So we're back. Mushrooms have come along nicely, so I'll turn them down to a simmer. The fire's died down just about enough so I can start, but it will drop down a little bit more. It's time to start getting the bacon and the sausages on. So a tiny little bit of oil into the pan. Not too much because they'll give off their own oil as they go in. So I've got dry cured bacon here and it's unsmoked, so I don't like smoked bacon at all. A bit more oil, I think. A little bit too stingy. There should be enough for 2 rashers each because there's the 3 of us. I haven't cooked bacon in the firebox stove for quite a while. It's something I've come away from. Now for the sausages. On a tiny bit of a slope. The rubbish bag. The mushrooms are really done. So what I'll do now, I'll get the beans into the tin and start getting them warmed up. Put them to the side, but they will get warmed through again. Here's the saucepan. Don't leave any in the tin. Last two. There we go. In the rubbish bag. So take the damper off. Pop the beans on. Right then, time to start doing these. Bacon next. It does start to come away slightly once it's cooked a little bit more. So you can turn it over. Now, keep going back to the video where I was cooking bacon before. Now the bacon fat that you can see in the bottom, if you hit that with water or any kind of moisture, it just gives a big flare off. It's not too dangerous, but gives you a bit of a shock the first time you see it. The main thing is to make sure, because these are pork products, that they're cooked all the way through. Now, the sausage will take a little bit longer than the bacon, obviously. The bacon's nice and thin. So once the bacon's done, I can take that off and pop it into one of my plates, my little cowboy plates, and then I can keep that slightly warm while everything else is cooking, so that everything's at the right temperature when it comes to serve it all. Because eventually I'm going to be frying the eggs off in one of these pans. That piece is done nicely. There's that one. Last piece of bacon to get through all the way. Turn it over again. Okay. Pop that one away. Take this off. Let that cool down for a bit. What I can do now is cook the sausage on the one which is slightly flatter. Ooh, not quite big enough, but what I can do is pop my fire sticks across. Quite handy that happened actually, so I can show you how this works. Pop the fire sticks across. Ta-da! Just need to put some more wood in this one. Not too much. Just 2 pieces I think will be fine for that. Move the oil out of the way for a bit. Give the sausages a turn. Because while I'm cooking the eggs, the bacon and the sausages can be back in one of the pans with the lid over the top. I'm just keeping it warm while everything else is finishing off. So I'm going to let this one go, not actually let the fire die down in this one, so it literally just got embers. I don't know if you can see in there, it's literally just embers. I might put one more piece in, just to keep it going. So that's there. So what I can do now is put the bacon on top of the sausages and put the lid on. If anything, thinking about it, I'm probably better off putting this onto there because it's not so hot. The beans are almost done anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. Move this over here. Actually, turn the damper on a little bit. So it's not at full heat. Just enough to keep it ticking over. That can go on there. And as you've seen before, one of these slide down. Oh, it'll stay in the right place. That nearly went. So I'm back, just giving the pan a little bit of a wipe out. Now put some oil in it, so I'm trying to heat the oil up so I can fry the eggs off. And then I've also put the mushrooms back on to warm through. And I'll keep swapping the mushrooms and the beans over to make sure they're the right kind of heat. What I'm going to do now though, I'm just going to check the sausages and the bacon to make sure that's okay. So if it gets a little bit too hot, I can turn the trangy down a little bit more. Looking good, so it should be fine. Should be fine. So as I say, I'll take the mushrooms off for a little bit now. And replace them with the beans. So the oil's starting to get a little bit hot. I think I might need another piece or two of wood. That'll soon get going. In fact, while that's waiting to get going again, I'll do the same with this one. Fire sticks across the top. Leaving beans. And pop that on there. I think the oil's plenty hot enough now though. Just get this going. There we go, quick little blow, it's all sorted. So, start with the first couple of eggs. I tend to tap them on something flat rather than on the edge of a pan. So I know it just seems to work and you seem to get less broken eggshell, but watch me get a big piece of broken eggshell in this first one. Egg away into the bin. Those beans are plenty hot, so I'll take them off. Mushrooms warm again. Won't be 2 minutes now until I start dishing it up. Eggs coming along nicely. Quick sip of my tea. So I was back in work again this week. A few little medical bits and pieces and some mandatory courses. So as you know, the COVID thing it's not going to be a quick fix, and they confirmed that with me yesterday. It's just slowly catching monkey. It seems every time I try to get fit, it just gets worse and worse and worse, and I don't know why. But I'm sure it'll come good. I've got to have faith in that. I'll just do exactly what they say to me. So at the moment, I've got to put my health first before work, which has been a big mindset change that I've had to try and get over. But I've managed it, and I'm back at the med centre again on Tuesday. But I'll keep doing as much as I can work-wise. But I've got to put my health first. Anyway, this egg's nearly done. So I'm almost ready to start dishing the first lot out. We'll give them a shout. Who fancies the first breakfast? The first one, yeah.
Look at that. Are you okay on tea?
Yeah, I've just finished the first cup of tea.
Okay.
So Grant and Callum have just turned up to come and start getting a feed. So I'll dish it out to them. 2 bits of bacon each. One of us has got 1 sausage. One of us has got 2. So you going first, Callum?
Yeah. Cheers.
Give me a second. Egg out. Egg seems to be sticking. But I think they'll cope. Beans?
Yeah. Cheers.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, just a couple there.
So there's the first fry up, full English to a Scotsman. Enjoy it.
Cheers.
So I'll get these served up now, and I'll catch you in a bit. So we've all finished. 3 empty plates there that I'll show you the photograph of because there's nothing left over. So it's time for the thumbs up or thumbs down. So after 3, thumbs up, thumbs down. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I loved it. Brown sauce on mine. They have mustard on theirs. Really weird. So it's time to get ourselves packed up and then get home. So thanks very much for subscribing and giving us a like. And I'll see you next time. Ta-da! Hey up, we're halfway back to the car, and as you can see down into the valley of the river where we've just been cooking by, a couple of miles down. But I forgot to do the video where I normally do the time lapse when I'm packing up, so I'm sorry about that. But I've got a lot of things going on in my head, so I tend to forget little bits and bobs every now and again, so I try and stick to a routine. So it's done my head in a bit that I actually forgot to do the end bit. But never mind, I'll make sure I do it next time. So take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Ta-da! It's quite steep and rooty for every couple of yards. You get that as a view. Can't complain about that, can I?